Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video was inspired by a very recent comment I had on a video, an older video, and it's about a strategy that I used to trade. I actually give away this strategy. I've done a full PDF report which you can actually download, get for free. I'll put a link, there's links on my website, but I'll actually put a link down in the comments or down in the description below so you can have a look at that if you wish. Now the question came, the guy wanted to know how it was performing, how the strategy was performing recently. I first gave this strategy away in, I think, late 2015, and he's been asking how it's been doing since then. It's a simple strategy that you can trade off of daily bars. It's just looking for an inside day bar setup. That's the setup. You place your orders and you simply exit at the end of the day. Like I said, all the rules, everything like that is in the PDF report, which you can get. In the report, I actually gave some performance figures as well, and it was over 6 of the major Forex pairs. You can see those in the report, and we're going to go over those in the charts shortly. When I originally gave this strategy away, I was trading it, and I was doing everything manually. It was a few years ago, it was before I got into automated trading and testing software, so I didn't code anything. Everything was done manually. I found the strategy and I really liked it and it was working for me. That's why I made the report and gave it away. Since then, I've been able to code it, and I'm really glad the guy asked this question because it's really interesting to see how the performance has gone. I coded it quite simply, just in multi-charts, just to have a look at the performance. So a few things to note. In the report, what we're doing, we're just going to look at equity lines, that's it. There's far more that goes into a performance report than just an equity line, but just for simplicity, we're going to look at equity lines. There's no costs or anything like that been added either, so that's one thing to be wary of. In all, we're going to look at about 8 charts. We're going to go through the 6 individual pairs, and I've produced data from the 1st of January 2010 all the way through to the 31st of December 2017, just to keep it as a round number. We're going to look at the individual charts for the 6 individual Forex pairs. Then what I've done is I've actually put them all together into the portfolio builder, and we're going to look at them all collectively as if we were trading every one of them in the portfolio over that same period. Then in the last chart, which I thought would be quite useful, especially for the guy that asked the question, I've actually done some very recent performance report analysis. So what I've done is I've done the last 6 months, so that includes from the 1st of July 2017 right the way through to the very end of 2017. We go over, have a look at the charts. I'll walk you through them very quickly and point out some observations, and then you can make your decisions and comments on them from there. We're going to start with this chart, which is Australian dollar versus the US dollar, and this is just an equity curve. They're all showing the same from 1st of January 2010 through till the very end of 2017. So quickly looking at the chart, we can see that over time, this doesn't look a bad strategy to use on this pair. Okay, we'll quickly move forward. This chart is the pound versus the dollar. It makes money, so we can see probably in the last few years it's gone reasonably sideways, but it's not disastrous. Next chart here is the dollar versus the Japanese yen, and a little year or so in the early part of this chart wasn't particularly good, but then the rest of it actually looks pretty good. I think from memory this is the best performing pair. Next one, this is euro versus the pound. Not great. You can see within the last few years it's been down and then up. So overall still positive, not the best though. Now we're looking at euro versus the dollar. This isn't the best looking chart, is it? For what reasons, I'm not sure. Probably harder to find an edge in this pair. It's probably one of the most heavily traded pairs. But nevertheless, there's the chart. And finally, this is the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Again, probably the first almost half of this sample period was actually in the negative, but it did make money in the end, although recently you can see it has gone downhill fairly. So that's the 6 pairs, that's the 6 charts. All look slightly different. None of them look disastrous for such a simple strategy anyway. So the next chart we're going to look at is the chart with all 6 pairs put together in a portfolio. And that is what the portfolio looks like. So that's actually quite a nice looking chart, isn't it? Especially for, you know, something that we look at, the daily bars, and a very simple strategy. And there you go, that's what it looks like all together. When I first published my little report on this, it was around October 2015. And it had, obviously the strategy had been making money up until that point, and it has continued to make new highs since that point as well. And the very last graph, this is a chart showing a 6-month period of the back end of 2017. So this shows from the 1st of July through till the end of the year 2017, which is quite recent at the recording of this video. So that can show that recently it has been performing pretty well. And that pretty much concludes this video. If anyone's got any strategies they'd like me to look at or test or give my opinion or views on, send them over to me. You can email me, jared@thetransparenttrader.com, and keep the questions coming. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, or if you didn't like it, thumbs down, comment down below, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.